Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. It's your man, LR, bringing you the best in 1/6 scale collectibles and any and everything pop culture all day, every day. And I am proud to announce that what we have in front of us right now is something, or actually a figure that we've been waiting on for the longest time. Never thought it was going to actually see the light of day, but of course, this is a Toys Fair exclusive, and Hot Toys decided, to pretty much surprise us with this. And I'm happy. This is none other than the TMS044, the Armorer from the Mandalorian series. Of course, Star Wars all day, every day. And again, I'm happy that we got this figure in front of us, man. I've waited so long for it. We've been, basically, screaming to the heavens, wanting to see more of the Mandalorian behind the scenes figures. And the characters that we didn't actually get a chance to see, or that we didn't actually get a chance to have in hand, it is. And I'm happy that we finally have this figure, man. It took a while, but again, we have it, Of course, we didn't get Cara Dune. I wish we would have got that. Despite all the controversy, I'm looking at the character. I'm looking at the role that she portrayed, and I hope that we can actually just stick to that. That's what I want. We won't see it, but it'd be good if we did. But anyway, we do have the Armorer here in front of us in all her glory, and I must say that the box art looks exquisite. We do have that wraparound band at the bottom here that actually has the Armorer logo, Star Wars logo at the top. Of course, this is Toy Fair. It's actually a Hot Toys exclusive. This is what they revealed at the Toys Fair. Now, this, I must say, came around quick. Didn't expect it so soon, but to have it in hand, I'm not complaining. We have the movie Masterpiece logo at the bottom here, Hot Toys logo on the side. This wraparound band does wrap around, and we actually have a nice little display of the Armorer. I do love that. On the back, we do actually have, pretty much all the warnings, disclaimers, everyone who was basically involved, Echo Base, of course, Secret Base, everybody who's basically involved in this particular figure. This is a Disney collab, of course. On the side, that wraparound band that we actually see. And of course, with the box art, you see the Armorer on the front. But it is a very, very beautiful display on the front of a figure that I was so anxiously awaiting. I'm so glad we have it. And while we do here, because I don't often do this, I want to actually open up the box and see if we have a beautiful box art inside of the Armorer, which we do. Not to my surprise, because like I said, Hot Toys always delivers. We have that beautiful box art there. It's actually a slip cover inside of the actual box, and it does have the Armorer there in front in all her glory again, with her tools. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to get all the accessories outside of this box and get them on the table first, and we're going to go over that. And then after that, we'll get the figure out, and we'll take a look at her. We'll judge ourselves, but I can't wait. I know you can't. I can't. Let's get it. And we are back, and as you can see, I have all the accessories outside the box, what it actually comes with. Minimal, but it's uniform for, pretty much the figure and the character herself, and what she had, or, what we saw her utilize in the show. So, not disappointed in the least. These are her tools, things that she actually used. I mean, she had minimal screen time, but for the amount of screen time that she actually had on the show, it was effective, and definitely her presence was felt. So what we'll do is we'll just zoom in really quick on some of the accessories that we actually have here, starting with her tools. Now, we do basically have this beautifully displayed Beskar armor. Now, this is plastic. It's not what you might actually think, like a metal piece, but it is that plastic piece, not die cast. I don't think any of them were. And you can see here where it does have those slots here where the Velcro goes. So you could tell this was, straight out of production. So we do actually have that piece. Beautiful. It is weathered, has a couple of dent scratches there, but I do like that. Then we actually have a piece of the Beskar here. Now, this is, pretty much the reward itself. Beskar slab there with the Imperial logo on the front. It is wrong by the chain, by the way, but anyway, we don't take points off of that. It is what it is. So we have that. If you actually had the previous version, the original OG version of Mando, then you would actually saw that. Actually, no, this basically came with the Beskar Deluxe armor that we actually had for Mando. So if you got that, then you probably would have actually seen this piece. Of course, these are her tools. This is what she used. It's like a cooling regiment that she actually used, and it does move, so it does articulate. Now, these are plastic pieces. They're not die cast, so be careful when you're moving them out because you don't want to break them. This right here, of course, is where actually the coolant, this is when she has a bit of the Beskar in there. You could say it's, you know, sort of hot and, you know, basically ready to go into the mold itself. So I do like that. And then, of course, we get the welding hammer. I do like that. And again, with these pieces, they are not die cast. They are plastic pieces, but the weathering on that is incredible. The pieces that we actually get, I do love that. It's amazing. Of course, this is the welding tool as well. This is what she actually uses, you know, when we see her placing the emblem on Mando, you know, when he got the mud horn insignia. So we do actually see that. I like that. And then we have a host of her hands. Now, these themselves are the glove fisted. Now, I do like that we actually got this. I do like the paint application. You do see that it does look weathered, but it does look leathery. So we do get that leathery type of fabric. It's plastic, but you know, Hot Toys gives us the best in paint apps. So it does look amazing. Once you actually get close up on it, you can actually see it. I'll scan it a little bit. So you actually get a chance to see the detail in that. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So I do like that. And yeah, so this is what we get as far as her accessories when it comes to her tools. We do basically have back here the display stand. Now with the display stand, you can actually see that it does have the Armor's logo on the front. I do like that we actually get that, you know, standard Star Wars plating on the top. It is weathered. It does actually have a bit of, you could tell that it's weathered, rusted, sort of. So I do like that. What's impressive though, what I do like is that in the background, you can get some really good photos with this, is that we actually have what we want to call, I call her tool shed, but this is basically where she has all her tools. This is like her mini factory. And you get this basically as a diorama display that goes in back of the actual figure itself. So if you have her and Mando posed together, you can get some really, really decent photos with this, man. So I'm glad that they included that. This is probably one of the first pieces that I will probably utilize and take pictures with. But man, like, you know, they spared no expense in giving us this. So yeah, this is everything that we actually got with the figure itself. So without further ado, we're going to get that figure out and get her on the table, and we're going to go through. I mean, I know that there were some, you know, within the community itself, it's been divisive. Some people like it, some people don't, but that's cool. I mean, like I said, it's not for everybody, and there are certain things like my man, my mellow Ryan Jetta himself. You know, there were certain things that he didn't like. I didn't watch this video yet. I'm going to watch it after this one. But, yeah, I just wanted to do my review first. Shout out to Ryan for Jetta Patrol. Shout out to my man Justin for Justin Collectibles. Shout out to Collecting Weekly. Also, shout out to, you know, everyone at Rebels, you know, I'm Scum and Villainy. My man PJ and everyone over there. Will Foxification. My boy Optical 20. Shout out to them. But I'm pretty sure you'll probably see reviews with those guys as well. But yeah, man, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to get that figure out on the table and get her reviewed and jump on to the next and, you know, see what we all think. I mean, I know I'm going to be excited about it. I don't know how you'll be, but, you know, hopefully we can agree on one thing. It's a fabulous figure. Let's go. And we are back, and we have the Armor herself in front of us right now. Beautiful piece. Now, I'm not going to say she's perfect, and I'm just going to say that right off the bat. It's a beautiful piece, don't get me wrong. What we get as far as the tailoring, as far as the wardrobe, everything that they've actually implemented when it comes to the garb, the faux fur that it actually has on the back, it looks great. Now, what I will point out is there are a few issues that I have with this figure, and I even found that out with posing. So I think I'll kind of understand what some of the gripes will be. Now, I do have to actually let you know, and I won't really go too much into detail about it, but these are single jointed knees, single jointed elbows. Okay? So if you're looking to pull off certain poses with this particular figure, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, it will not work. I'm a bit disappointed that Hot Toys actually went this route. A figure that, pretty much a lot of us really expected and wanted. I'm kind of, taken back by this. I didn't think that they would actually go this route, but it is what it is. I mean, they wanted to release the figure. This is a Toy Fair exclusive. It is something that, a lot of us didn't expect right off the back in the very beginning, but we got it. But I think that in a sense, based off of just the articulation when it comes to this figure, it is a bit rushed. I didn't think that they would really go this route. I mean, it really is not too hard to articulate, but there's certain things you cannot do. I was able to pull off certain things when it comes to it. What is beautiful about the figure, and I'll actually just kind of pull it in, it does have ankle pivot there. So you do have rotation in the ankles. You can, stand this figure up a certain way. You do get bend, minimal bend. It does give you rotation in the elbows. It does seem like it might be on ratcheted joints when it comes to the shoulder joints. You do get a lot of pivot when it comes to the helmet itself. Up and down, not so much, and I guess it's mainly because of the faux fur. So I didn't think of all figures, if I actually had to compare this figure to Mando, that the articulation would be different and that Mando would have the slight edge. Again, beautiful figure. I'm glad I have it in hand, but it was just like, wow, I didn't really expect them to, really limit themselves when it comes to articulation, when it comes to just the style, the body that they used. Wow, this is far beyond what, this is more so, and I'm sorry to say this, but this is more so like a sideshow exclusive. And this is what it should have been, because the bodies we get with them, normally it's the same, really only the single jointed elbows, knees as well. Very hard to really articulate, sometimes hard to stand up. And it looks like Hot Toys took a page out of their book. And that really puzzles me. I mean, if we punch in, and we'll actually go in a little bit. I mean, as far as the paint application on the helmet, we do see the weathering is decent. We do have that faux fur. Now, I know there were some complaints about the actual fur itself peeling off, but if you add certain treatment, I'm going to probably add a certain balm, a balming, basically maybe a beard balm or something like that, where it keeps it down. I do actually, myself, I use, and people might, talk to me about it, but, I do use a certain hair balm that actually lays it down, and it keeps it stiff, so it doesn't actually fall off. The fur won't, you won't see it shedding much. But yeah, that's nice. We do get some nice fabric on the actual costuming itself. Fabric with the pants. And again, like I told you, it does give us that ankle pivot. But I don't know. I mean, if you're trying to pull off iconic poses, you will struggle with this figure. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. You will struggle with it. You're not going to get the articulation that you may want, thinking that you're going to pull off the poses you saw on the show. That's just not going to work. So I hate to burst your bubble, but if you get this figure looking for those type of things, or that type of articulation, it's just not going to happen. So just be careful. I will tell you that. Be careful when you're posing this figure. But yeah, I mean, overall, it is, and this is probably, like I said, I just have it posed this way, but I won't have it posed this way in my DTOF. But I'm just showing you what I was able to pull off, what I was able to actually get from it. But it doesn't, the articulation isn't really there like it should be. So, for me, you know, a figure that I thought would have probably been like a 10, you know, or 9.5 out of 10 has dropped all the way down till I would actually say like a 7.5. And that's, I guess, being generous. Again, it looks great. And if you want to actually have this in your detail, if you want this piece, it will be available to you. You can get it through, you know, myself, I got it from Toys Wonderland. You can probably get this through, you know, Toys Buying Agent. I know you can get this from Pop Collectibles. Sideshow will probably have it eventually. But yeah, you know, again, take the review for what it is. We have it in hand. I have it in hand. So I'm just telling you how I feel about it. I think that they kind of dropped the ball a tad bit when it comes to that. But other than that, I mean, I'm glad I have it. I mean, I'll be able to do whatever I can with it. And I guess that they figured with the minimal screen time, it doesn't really matter. But I think it does matter. You never know if we'll see this figure again. I'm guessing again because now they have been known, because this is an early Toy Fair exclusive, that once they actually release the figure, once Sideshow or anybody, it might give them time to, I don't know, tweak a few things. Maybe they might actually add a different body, or I don't know. I can't say that they will. I just think that they dropped the ball on this one. But anyway, again, this is the armor. And I do like the aesthetic on the outside. You know, the exterior looks good, but the interior is where it kind of falters. But other than that, I mean, I will pose this up in my detail. I am happy that I have her. Again, my view is a 7.5 out of 10. And that's just being generous as to where I could have actually given it. But again, you have to be a judge for yourself once you get it. So I would give it maybe an even thumb. It's halfway up, I guess. Yeah, we'll go about that. Anyway, if you like this video, as always, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And as always, prepare for my next adventure. This is LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page, bringing you the best in 1/6 scale collectibles and anything and everything pop culture. Again, we are here for the community. Like I said, anybody who is a content provider, a content creator, shout out to everyone. And continue on giving great content. Like I said, we want to create a peaceful atmosphere. We don't always get that. You know, there are some things that do happen on the background. A lot of you don't really know. But at the same time, we're not here really to talk about that. We're here to talk about our joy for collection, the happiness that it brings us, the nostalgia that it brings us. And hopefully we can get back to that, the golden age of collecting and being happy about what we get. And that this doesn't become competitive. You know, I'm here for pretty much everybody. I'm here for any group, anyone I root, and like I said, hats off to any group or any channel that, you know, promotes nothing but positive energy. I'm all about positive energy, and that's just me moving forward. Again, this is a 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. You know, signing off. Peace and love. Remember, you know, collect, and this is my new motto, plain and simple, and I'm just gonna move with this going forward. You know, if you have a passion, stick to that passion, collect what you love, and think for yourself. LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page, Armor, Star Wars, Mandalorian from Hot Toys, signing off. Peace.